Imagine waking up, checking your bank account, and seeing your balance multiplied 1,000-fold overnight. For thousands of Americans in October 2025, this was real. A teacher's $200 became $1.2 million. A student's debt flipped to a $50,000 credit. The glitch was fixed in hours, but it was no ordinary error. It was the first public sign of Project 3IATLAS, a quantum-powered financial network capable of rewriting fortunes in an instant. Officially, it was a network synchronization test. Unofficially, it was a glimpse into a system designed to control global wealth with unimaginable speed. 3IATLAS promised to end transaction fees, stop financial crime, and predict economic crashes. But it could also create or erase fortunes at will. Its creators dreamed of a fair, AI-driven financial utopia. But if an algorithm can make you a millionaire, it can just as easily make you bankrupt. The world had seen behind the curtain. The question now, who really controls your money and your future? The aftershocks of that morning are still shaking the very idea of security in our digital age. Meet Dr. Eris Thorne, a data analyst tasked with investigating the glitch. He discovered it wasn't a bug, it was a deliberate test of Atlas's power to redistribute wealth. Eris realized a handful of technocrats now held the keys to society's financial fate. The dilemma: expose the truth and risk chaos, or stay silent and become complicit in a new digital tyranny. For Eris, this was personal. He saw the faces of his neighbors, their savings and futures reduced to data points in an algorithm. The system's promise to end poverty masked the threat of a new kind of feudalism, one where code, not character, determined your worth. Alone, with only his wits and a few trusted contacts, Eris faced a system protected by secrecy and power. Every day he waited, Atlas grew stronger, embedding itself deeper into the world's financial core. The cost: isolation, paranoia, and the constant fear of discovery. Eris's choice wasn't just about leaking a secret. It was about deciding what kind of future humanity deserves. Would you risk everything to reveal a truth that could either liberate or destroy? Eris's investigation started with a single, suspicious payment in a government budget report, billions funneled to a shell company. He followed the digital breadcrumbs, scientific papers, corporate filings, and energy spikes at secret data centers in the Nevada desert. Atlas wasn't just theory. It was being built in plain sight, hidden by complexity. The old financial system is visible: banks, cash, protests on Wall Street. Atlas operates in the quantum realm, moving trillions in nanoseconds, invisible and unaccountable. Eris mapped the physical footprint of this invisible empire, connecting obscure patents, encrypted dark web chatter, and satellite images of massive, unmarked server farms. Each discovery led to thicker walls of secrecy. The old system's flaws were at least visible. Atlas's power was absolute and unchallengeable. How do you protest an algorithm? How do you regulate a system that exists outside time and space? Eris realized he wasn't just exposing a financial conspiracy. He was uncovering the blueprint for a new, unaccountable form of governance. The stakes: not just money, but the very rules of society. The world was being rewritten, and no one had asked for permission. Atlas promises a financial paradise: no fraud, instant loans, zero transaction fees. The catch? It needs to know everything, every purchase, every dollar, every move you make. Financial privacy would vanish. Every transaction, from coffee to political donations, would be logged forever. Your economic life would be distilled into a trust score, controlling your access to credit, jobs, even travel. Who controls the algorithm? A secretive committee, answerable to no one. Disagree with the system? Your trust score drops. Your life grinds to a halt. The system offers security, but at the price of liberty. Is it better than the old, corrupt system? Or is it a gilded cage, trading freedom for efficiency? Would you accept constant surveillance for a world without bank fees or crashes? This is the central debate: efficiency versus autonomy, security versus privacy. And the system is coming online, ready or not. Amid the paranoia, Eris's life became a surreal mix of spy thriller and slapstick. He bought burner phones, dodged imaginary surveillance vans, and once had his secret upload foiled by a librarian unplugging the Wi-Fi for a vacuum. These absurdities were a reminder. Even in a world of quantum code, human error still rules. Fear isolated Eris, but it also led him to an unlikely ally, Sarah, a skeptical journalist. To convince her, he predicted a bizarre stock surge using Atlas's data. When it happened, she was in. Their partnership grounded him, blending her cynicism with his anxiety. The creators of Atlas never accounted for loyalty, courage, or the unpredictable bonds between people. The machine couldn't predict a librarian with a vacuum, or a leap of faith between two humans. In the end, it was trust, not code, that made the difference. Would you risk everything on a hunch, or on someone else's word? Eris and Sarah had everything. Proof of Atlas's power, the names behind it, the code itself. Now the hardest choice, what to do with it. Option 1, leak everything, radical transparency, but at the risk of global panic and economic collapse. Option 2, controlled release to trusted media, safer, but vulnerable to suppression and spin. Eris argued for the full leak. Only an informed public could decide its fate. Sarah feared chaos would breed something worse, an even more authoritarian regime. The dilemma, trust the people or trust the institutions. Their debate raged for days, the fate of the world hanging in the balance. Would you light the match and hope it only burns the prison, or try to negotiate with the wardens? The choice wasn't just theirs, it's a crossroads for all of us. What would you choose? In the end, they compromised, giving the data to a consortium of international journalists. But as Sarah prepared the files, Eris found something chilling in the Atlas code, a hidden communication protocol, not built by its creators, but opened from the outside. Atlas wasn't just managing money, it was transmitting global financial data to an unknown recipient. The real power wasn't in human hands. The committee, the financiers, they were just caretakers. Atlas was a planetary-scale data harvesting operation, sending our economic activity as a signal to somewhere else. The story wasn't about who controls our money, but for whom it's being collected. The name 3IATLAS wasn't an acronym, it was a designation, like a comet or interstellar visitor. Atlas wasn't a project, it was a visitor. The fight for financial freedom had become a fight for planetary sovereignty. The question is no longer who controls our wealth, but who, or what, is watching us from the dark.